Welcome to the Metals 100 coverage at the PDAC in Toronto, Canada. We have a Copper Fox Metals here with us today. How are you doing, Elmer?
Doing well. It's nice to be back again.
Yes, nice to see you again. May I ask, how many years is this in PDAC for you to be here?
Well, I started coming here first in 1974 and been in here off and on ever since, and the show just seems to get bigger and it's better.
Good to know. So remember we had talked about it last year, so maybe you can refresh a bit of memories for the new audience about Copper Fox Metals?
Yes, Copper Fox, we're focusing copper in North America. We have projects in Arizona and British Columbia, and we have 5 projects, good balanced portfolio. We got 2 advanced stage projects. They are at the PEA level. We have a NPV of about $645 million US after tax combined. We got 3 projects with resource estimates on them, which is kind of good because it increases our metal balance in 2023. And the most recent addition to that resource project was the Eaglehead project. And we got 2 exploration projects in Arizona, and they're both large-scale porphyry copper targets. And the plan this year is to drill one of them, and the other will be hopefully doing some geophysics on it.
Okay, so let's touch upon some of the updates of the company. We announced the drill hole rehabilitation program at the Dyke copper project. So how significant was that?
Well, the thing is, most recent thing we did at Dyke is we brought on 3 hydrogeological monitoring wells. We're moving the project out of the PEA stage, preliminary economic assessment stage, to the pre-feasibility stage. And one of the things we have to do if we want to advance the project, we have to collect hydrogeological information. So getting the 3 wells on to start collecting it is pretty fundamental in advancing the project. We hope to bring a 4th well on in about 2 weeks. When the equipment arrives, we'll install it and get that going. And the other thing is we're going to be finishing up some geotechnical work to advance the decline. And so that's what we're working there. After we do that, we'll put together a budget and program for 2024. But there's not much use of doing that until we get the results of the geotechnical work in. But at Schaft Creek, which is very important to us, it's funded by Teck. The joint venture just announced a $18.7 million budget, which is an increase over last year. And this year they're continuing to work on the key project parameters because the plan is to transition from a scoping level project to the pre-feasibility stage.
So you did have some drilling results from the Schaft Creek, right? Do you want to talk about that too?
Yes, actually that was quite exciting. The plan in 2023 was a geotechnical program, and 5 of the drill holes that we did intersected some pretty significant mineralization. I wouldn't say in areas that we weren't expecting it, but there was an indication it might have been there, and then the drilling obviously intersected. That's very helpful. But one of the interesting things was one of the deep holes we put into the Paramount zone, it come back with a big interval of very, very good grades, which is over and above the deposit resource grade. So, it was really good. We look at it as a bonus. And now we're waiting for the geotechnical results to come back from the consulting engineers.
Okay. And last year, you also announced the resource estimate for your Eaglehead project. So do you want to share some highlights of that?
Yes. We acquired Eaglehead in 2021. We paid $1 million for it. And it's in a very, very good terrain in BC. We came up with the resource estimate in 2023 as opposed to doing drilling. We wanted to see, based on all the information we had, is there a resource here? And it's not just a function of taking a bunch of numbers and doing a bunch of calculations. There's a few economic hurdles you got to pass. So we did that. They come up with the numbers like 340 million tons, which was absolutely larger than we anticipated. And the grades are comparable to producing mines in BC and or deposits that people are working on. So that's kind of good. And it's open in all directions, and we're quite enthusiastic about it. And we think it has a very significant potential to add a lot more tons.
So let's talk a bit about your share price. A bit of a correction lately. Do you have any reasons behind it? It's just compared to the overall market. What should investors look for in 2024 for Copper Fox?
Well, I think pretty much we're in a very select peer group when you look at the copper space. There's a lot of companies in the copper space, but very few of them have resources, multiple resource properties, demonstrated net present values, good geopolitical stability, lots of and exploration potential as well. But I think the whole space right now is depressed, and I'm not sure why that is. And it might be a lack of understanding of the nature of our business, because you got seasonality to deal with, time to take to get the results, time to get the results back. There's a lot of things, but generally everybody's going to tell you they're undervalued. But I do see that the whole market is depressed because I follow other players, and they're coming out with good results. We've got excellent results, but it just doesn't seem to resonate with the investors right now.
Okay, let's hope that more investors following your stock in the copper space in the coming year. Thank you for your time with us today.
Thank you.
Thank you, Elmer.
Great to be here.